Bugging. Brothers and sisters, mothers and misters, bunions and blisters, I would like to welcome you to the garage, home to the worldwide mechanics. I'm your lead mechanic, Mech Rashawn. As always, started off likes, hype, subs. That's how you show your boy love. Ford Fusion leak. You completely lost me on that one. Push. Hit me. Come. Run that back. Push. Just not sure what that one meant. Please, if you could, just say that one more time, player. What's going on, everybody? Thank y'all for pulling up. Just getting the thing started early. What about now? How am I sounding now? Mute as a flute. That was a good one. What about now? Tell me we back. Please tell me we back. Sugar says yes. Just says yes. Chris Wilson says yes. JB Smooth says good. Yes, yes, we back in the build. Mm, 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 mm. That's what I'm talking about. Brothers and sisters, mothers and Mrs. Bunions, and blisters. Welcome you to the garage, home of the worldwide mechanics. I'm the lead mechanic, Mech Rashawn. As always, before we start to throw down subs, likes, and hypes. Hypes, likes, and subs. That's how you show your boy love. Thank y'all for bearing with me during a very important phone call with a dude who I really wanted to talk to. I've been we've been playing phone tag for like, now 100 people gonna give Mech tips on shadow boxing. Have you seen that, B? Have you seen that? Like, if when you go to the comments on that one post, I got half a dozen dudes in there telling me, the way you had your wrist, you need to. I have landed that overhand right more times than those dudes have given out advice. I did not mean for that to run. Have given out fight advice, and as many times as I've landed that exact same punch, no issues anywhere on the wrist. If only they knew. Some of them talk like they want to. Let me not even go in that direction. Let me not even go in that direction. It's not a good look. It really. One dude said something to the effect of, Mech, just because he's played fighting doesn't mean that he'll swing back if somebody punches him in the face. I'm like, what made you think? What gave you the impression, excuse me, that I would not punch somebody in the face if they were to hit me first? Like, I'm so curious as to that. Please put me on to what makes you think I wouldn't absolutely, like, I don't even want to go in that direction. What makes you think I would stand there and just get punched in the face? It would. I was gonna say it would take somebody like holding me at pew pew point, but I have a reflex. I have a reflex. If I get hit, my reflex goes. It's not even a matter of me wanting to. I might I might do it, and it just might bring me there. Baby girl Grizz, you're Googling butt plug? You're saying way more about you than you are about us in here. Dead ass. The fact that that was in your Google search. Yikes. Yikes. One, Calvin, feel better. I saw all that. I know I said it in the chat, but I want to say it out loud. Calvin, feel better. I don't like hearing that you down and you down and out like that, health wise. I don't like hearing that at all. So please, like, pull it together, bro. We need you out here. You're way necessary out here. So just hold it down. Just super glad to see you. Thank you for checking back in with us. I remember you were going. Mother Nature was putting belt to ass on your community the other day, and I'm just glad you back in the building. Everything's peace and love. Um, yeah, all positive energy to all the mechanics. Thank y'all for pulling up. Thank y'all for holding me down during that little moment I was having. Um, oh man, what this I can say this. I had a conversation with David Banner, who's hands down one of the realest dudes I know. Okay, let's just get that out the way. One of the realest out here, and one of the realest out here, over there, in there, over on that side, back around that way. Like, David Banner is one of the realest dudes, no matter where you put him. And he and I have managed to really get a good friendship. And here's the wild part: we became cool not by me doing anything special. I literally had a conversation with some people about him when he wasn't around, and the conversation got back to him. I found that I was today years old. I found that out today. I didn't know the conversation got back to him, but I don't say anything behind somebody's back that I wouldn't say to their face. And all I had to do, and all I did in this situation was keep it a buck about his album and the kind of dude he was. And the fact that he and I were cool, I'll tell you something about me. If I consider you cool, and I consider us having any kind of connection, I'm not one for someone talking bad about you in my presence. Feels like I take that as a sign of direct disrespect to me. Like, first of all, it tells me that you think I'm a sucker, that you can just talk about people I fuck with in real life, and I'm not going to say anything. That feels like an insult. So I don't really rock, and I don't really rock with those type of situations. So oftentimes, if I hear that the conversation starts turning towards slander, and I'm just talking about plain old fashioned slander, hey, watch your mouth. That's my. You know what I'm saying? Like, take it easy. Say that till or I can just leave. Which one would I can just leave. I'm not here for that. I'm not okay with that. Spring Heel Jack, thank you. Yes, I do also agree that this T-shirt is awesome. This is one of those joints that you have to be initiated. If you recognize this T-shirt, if you recognize this T-shirt, you're one of them. I consider you initiated. If this shirt makes sense to you, I consider you initiated, and you're in the right restaurant. You've come to the right room. You're 100% in the right. Kimchi TV. Welcome. Welcome all the new people popping up. Thank you for pulling up to the room. Hopefully you are a subscriber, aka a mechanic. I want everybody who's like-minded to come on in here. And don't get it twisted. We argue in here too. We debate. We don't always agree. We're not a hive mind. We're just like-minded. There's a bunch of critical thinkers in here, subjective thinkers. But one thing we all have in common is a deep love and respect for hip hop. And that's the glue. That's the thing that gets us like this in this room. Thanos, thank you. Much appreciated. Thank you for subscribing. I appreciate that support to the channel. Um Spartacus, salute. Thank you for pulling up. B, don't tell him. Let him step. If B74, aka Big Sugar, she is in charge of the vibes in here. When the vibes start going left, she goes right, and you don't. Nobody wants that. So as long as the vibes is cool, though, and by vibes, I don't mean that again that we're all just agreeing with each other, like I'm a big ass circle jerk. Like, no, when we agree, we agree. When we don't, we don't, and when we don't, we discuss it. So I'm not one for sycophants and ass kisses either. Groupies, we don't have that in here. We all just chop it up and have a good convo. I saw. Speaking of which, I happened to mosey on over to Chase Move. Shout out to Chase Move. He very very good at what he does. Very good at what he does, breaking these news stories. That circle jerkers. Why? Yeah, it's a thing. It's a thing. Um, I happened to go check what was being said. I have to. It just makes me reiterate that we cannot. I'm mad at you. Yeah. Well, no, I thought that was something else. I'm. It makes me reiterate that I think some of us are holding academics to the wrong standard. Not bad, not a good, just the wrong one. I saw a bunch of comments talking about, is this what journalism is? This is what we're doing with journalism these days. And, well, look at this, the new journalism. And yo, if we just stop calling him a journalist, you won't be disappointed. I don't believe that's what he is. I believe he's a talking head. I think it's different. I think he's a media personality, which is not the same as a journalist. I think too many people are expecting journalistic integrity from someone who's not. It's like expecting an Italian chef to make you Chinese food and then getting mad when said Chinese food tastes like Italian. You're expecting the wrong thing from the wrong person. As we often say, you're in the wrong restaurant. I don't think anybody should get mad at Ack for being Ack. I think you only get mad at Ack when you expect something different from him or you expect him to not be Ack. Now you're mad at Ack. You won't be disappointed and you won't be mad if you just accept that he's not that. It's not even an insult. Who's calling that all day? Trust me. In the vein of Howard Stern, Kimchi TV. Kimchi TV. I don't know if you're new here, Kimchi. This is my notorious pin. I got this from Biggie's daughter. She handed me this pin specifically when she opened up a clothing store over on Atlantic Avenue in Brooklyn. The notorious store for notorious clothing, spelled with two S's. Whenever somebody comes in here and drops a bar, I drop this pin. In the vein of Howard Stern, pin drop. That was perfect. That's exactly what I'm talking about. That's like calling Ice Spice an MC all day. You did not have to do that. That was so unnecessary. That was so unnecessary. That little Afro chick catching strays in here. That was a Christopher Wilson. Why are you helping him? Why are you doing this? Don't do this. Don't do this. Don't do that. Don't. Oh God. Don't encourage him. Don't DJ all day is all. Don't encourage him. Do not encourage him. The man's don't do. He's already don't do that. Don't encourage him. That gossipy ish gets an excuse. Excuse my back immediately. I get you. But it's entertainment for a lot of people. They don't really care about the truth. They care about being entertained. Here's the thing. I'm sitting here listening to a clip of Ack bragging about trashing Meek Mill's career. Happy that he did it. And I got to tell you, that's media personality ish. That's not journalism ish. I've given out reviews. Jersey Open Topics, what up? Salute. Thank you for pulling up. Spartacus, salute. Oh, I said, I salute Spartacus. I think only successful campaign that actually happened is the one that freed Meek out of jail. Listen. Not saying that it was successful. Not even saying that he's telling the truth. Let me put it this way. When I was at the source, I hate having to go back. I feel like the old man on the porch, but I can only tell you what I know and what I've done. When I was at the source, there were times when I gave out negative reviews. Out of 5 mics, somebody might get 2. Somebody might get 2.5. 50% is failing. So yeah, people. I've never given out a 1. I've never given out a 1 or a half a mic, but I've seen it happen. Right. Hit the likes, hit the subs, hit the likes, hit the subs, please, and thank you. Hit the likes, hit the subs. Just got a few more to catch up. Please put those likes in there. When I was at the source, there were times when I handed out reviews that were definitely lackluster. If you're an artist, this is not the kind of review you want. Now, did I brag about the fact that I trashed somebody's review or I trashed somebody's album? No, because I was doing a job. It wasn't personal. Was I happy that I might have negatively affected this person's career? Absolutely not. Was I sad about it? Absolutely not. What I was indifferent. I was doing the job. There was nothing personal in it. That's one of the core key principles of this journalism thing. It wasn't about because I didn't like this person or because I liked this person. I made it a point to not get personally involved with the artist while I was a music editor at the source. Now, there's some people that I ended up forming relationships with, maybe a little bit further down the line, or artists who had relatively, relatively speaking, thick skin and understood that I was doing the job and didn't take it personal. I think Joe Budden and I are cool to this day because he recognized that the job was the job. And if I had to give him any kind of negative feedback, any kind of negative criticism, or wasn't glowing, he understood that I was doing my job and never took the critique personally. He might ask questions, clown, crack jokes, but he didn't act any different between point A and point B. The difference, in my opinion, is that you come from a creative, artistic background. So knowing that your takes have weight, integrity, sold separately. Joe is strange fruit, but he keeps it 100. Salute Kim and Calvin, yeah, you guys get it. Christopher Wilson, yes, actually, two mics. I've seen it. I've seen a half a mic review before. I've seen a half a mic review before. Um, yeah, but again, the point was, my indifference came from being able to keep a certain distance, and the distance was to maintain my integrity. I didn't want to be compromised. I didn't want to start, knowing what your family life was like and, liking your kids and being cool with your brother and being cool with your cousin, because now I can't properly do my job. And if I ever did feel compromised, if I ever felt like I lost my objectivity, me being the music editor meant that I could assign this piece to somebody else, even just for propriety's sake, just so it didn't look funny style. I needed to be able to tell folks I didn't review that. And these, some of my people were dudes who thought we were cooler than we were, and didn't understand that I was being cordial and mistook my being cordial for a friendship or even a close association, would hit me up after their review came out and be like, I thought we was cool. How you gonna do this to my album? Well, bro, first of all, uh you know, you are cool. No issue. But dude, this is the job, and good to know that that's why you wanted to be cool. So make sure you get a good review. But Playboy, this is the job. Second, it's nothing personal in it. I still think you cool people. You good, but this is the job. And secondly, because I know that we kicked it at that party, I didn't review your album. I got it to one of my writers who you've never met, who you didn't have a chance to get cool with and form a relationship with. I gave it to a writer so they could be completely objective and tell the whole world what they thought. And you just let them post it. That's the writer. But yes, I back him up because he's a professional. He doesn't have a reason to lie one way or the other. Why would you want him to? So what are we doing? Bottom line, if I wanted the attention that comes with controversy, it would be super easy to start bragging about the albums or the artist whose albums I gave negative reviews to. I could have done that then. Got on some Gordon Ramsay and just start like tearing things apart. I'm not wired that way. I'm not wired that way, first of all. And second of all, That would not be the job. That's not the gig. Being a journalist requires a certain level of objectivity. There's integrity here. Like you got to keep your standards, your morals. It's all right there. Can't go around that. That's not how that works. Not at all. So when I see when I see Ack bragging that he destroyed Meek Mill's career, all I can tell you for sure is that's not journalism shit. That's not how journalists rock. That's not how we function. And in that's not how we give it up. That's not what we do. I I I personally could never. Even if I had an issue with an artist, you wouldn't know it based on the review. You might see a bad review and think that it's a personal thing. It never is. I could give somebody that I have an issue with a good review if the album is good. I don't have to like them. I don't have to enjoy. The music doesn't even have to be my personal taste. That's how objective you're supposed to keep it. The music doesn't have to be my personal taste for me to tell you that this is good music. Plenty of times you guys have probably heard me say something to the effect of their fan base is going to love this. That's the reviewer in me. That what you're hearing is my review brain clicking in. If you heard me say, yo, their fan base is going to dig the J. Cole for me is a pure example of what happens when someone's fan base is like all encompassing. New artists trying to get new fans, different story. But if we talk, hey, Tiffany Blue, good to see you. If we talking about like an artist who is established at a certain level, folks, just in case there are any artists in here who need to know this, at a certain level, you're really only trying to appease your core fan base. Big Daddy Kane is dropping a new album. Quietly, I'm gonna tell you who I think is about to do something. And I can't confirm what Kane, I'm almost sure I saw the cover. I'm pretty sure he's gonna follow through. There are rumblings that Luda, I'm seeing the moves that Luda's making behind the scenes. I'm supercharged to see that. Supercharged to see that. Luda with a new project, here for that. Here for that. Um, I know with all certainty that Busta's got multiple shots in the gun ready to go. And I'm here for all of it. I'm here for all of it. But do we have an issue with Jay re-releasing a Target exclusive Reasonable Doubt 30th anniversary album with bonus tracks? Yes. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Objectively speaking, sure I do. Sure I do. I see parallels between Ack and Dame at this moment. Neither can do what the other. Oh. Neither can do what the people they criticize do, yet they are just as famous. Gotta. Mm. Tiff, there's always rumblings about a Mecca project. I told you there's two ready. There's two completely. I was just tinkering with a song today. I'm trying to get timestamps so I can figure out a bridge and a hook on this one specific beat. But the song is completely written. I just got to figure out the mechanics. Ha, pun intended. I just got to figure out the mechanics. Um, yeah, yeah. There's. I promise you. I think if we just stop holding, if we just stop holding academics to the same standard that we hold journalists to, this will be a totally different thing. Just understand that talking heads are different. They are the story 9 times out of 10. They are the story. Joe Budden and his whole podcast, they become the story. And I don't think enough people understand that journalism was about telling someone else's story, not trying to make the story. And that's a thin line. It that line gets razor thin when the job is to tell the story in a way that's entertaining, clear, concise, cohesive. How you're able to tell a story can make you the story. How you're able to report the story can make you the story, but only in those ways. Like you picture somebody who's on ground zero in the Middle East reporting on what they're seeing, and something happens, boom, all of a sudden that guy becomes the story, or that woman becomes the story, that reporter becomes the story. It can happen, but the job is just the story is the stuff that's happening in the background. I see. I hold him to standards. I hold toilet paper. Wow, Calvin. Wow. Oh, thank you, B. I didn't even see that. One time. Thank you, B74 for the 10 jewels. Um, One time for the Meck and Gat show. Hey, clip dropping tomorrow. Clip dropping tomorrow. We got you. And I'm telling this room before I tell anybody else. Clip dropping tomorrow. We got you. It's popping off. It's about to be good money. And we just gonna start rolling these things out. We're finally starting to get we're finally starting to get everything smooth and running. You know, the mechanics of everything is starting to, get streamlined. The operation is becoming more streamlined. So Meck and Gat show YouTube channel is starting tomorrow. We start Avalanche and everything moving. It's about to get nuts. I'm not kidding. I've never had any respect for him and what he does. I get it. I get it. If you it's you find it hard to respect something that appeals to like the lowest common denominator. I understand. I understand. This isn't me. I'm not fighting you. I get it. I get it. Sugar, I got you. I got you. Shout out to my partner Gat Taylor. Um, Calvin, I understand. I understand completely. It's not easy to show respect to something that you don't to ways and actions you don't have any respect for. Totally get that. I just had somebody ask me that, like, would you don't consider doing XYZ something disrespectful? I'm like, yeah, it's disrespectful, but it's more a lack of respect than purposefully disrespecting someone. And the lack of respect is because I don't respect what I'm seeing. I don't respect what's happening. I don't know how you want me to phrase that differently. One time. Everybody, check the chat. The Brooklyn way, that's my brother Taylor. One time for Gat Taylor. Don't call him Gat Murder anymore. It's Gat Taylor. Um, Gat is in the building. The Brooklyn way, that's the homie. In life, you walk that talk, and if not, shows who you are. Yeah, Calvin. Yeah. One time before I even go on, everybody send a shout out to my brother Taylor in the building. Like I said, the operation's getting streamlined. We have so much dope. So I don't like calling it content. We have so many dope shows for y'all. Like like so much dope. I'm so anxious for y'all to see it and hear these conversations that we're having. It's just fire. It's just fire. Baseball Mind, salute. Welcome to the room. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the likes, hit the subs. It's how you show your boy love. Much appreciated for everybody pulling up. Please subscribe, become a mechanic. This conversation is just about to start getting extra spicy. Things are about to really, really pick up. Look, Gat's telling you, we about to go crazy. He knows. Gat knows what we got in the clip. It's the conversations we're having are different. It's if you enjoyed where we were, you'll definitely be digging where we're at. And all we want is for you to join us there. Sugar, you're not gonna have to wait long. One time for Miss Blue, Christopher Wilson with the salute. Subscribe to this channel and the Mac and Gat show. One time for Big Sugar. See, that's why Sugar's the big sister of the room. It's not about the guest, it's about the chemistry between you and Gat. Well, Gat's a real dude. Like it doesn't take much to have chemistry with real people. You just I personally am a lot more comfortable around someone who I can somebody I can lean on. You dig what I mean? Somebody I can you can. My father used to say you can set your back to a person the same way you set your watch to a person. Gat is one of them dudes. Gat is a constant. Gat just is who he is, and I don't know if you can understand or appreciate how rare that is in this world. Not just in this industry, definitely in this industry, but 100% in this world. It is rare that you have someone who is 100% who they are at all times. I can trust that kind of person. I can trust that kind of. Gat is indeed an Aries, just like your boy. He is exactly who he is, and he is who he thinks he is. Sky. One time for Sky Hook. Yes, Blue. Two Aries are running the show. Yes, there's two of us. One time for my sister Sky Hook. She just dropped in here. Me and Sky used to work together back at Radio One TV One. Yeah, we oh man. Sky was literally just telling the story. Um yeah, you ain't never got to thank me for telling the truth. I was literally just telling the story of our last days in that place when you were on the ground at Ferguson. I had an interview lined up with I think DMX and Rebecca was about to interview Angela Bassett, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. I'm probably mistaken, but I remember you specifically being on the ground at Ferguson. You was about to go get busy. Remember that? And we had that ultra square pull up and ruin the whole mix. I was just telling that story. Sky is another journalist. Sky is another one of them. Now she's teaching, but like and Sky has her hands in a whole bunch of stuff. But I remember when that integrity thing was right there. We didn't move around without it. It was exactly what it looked like. Yeah, see, I got my people in here. That's what I'm talking about. Man alive. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Sky, thank you for pulling up. Taylor, thank you for pulling up. Oh, I had this one situation happen in the chat. Um there's some dude in there who's so mad at me because he says I come across as if I think I'm better than people or my opinion makes me better than people because I didn't treat Dame Dash like an OG or I didn't, I'm talking back to Dame Dash and I asked him if he wanted to go live and discuss it. And I don't think I heard anything back from him on that note. But that's certain when I hear stuff like that, I'd rather talk to him than write to him. Mech and Gat show should have its own NFT. Actually, we do have something we could turn it. Yeah, talking back. Like I wasn't supposed to say anything back to Dame Dash, or I'm not respecting them like they've got years in the game, or something to that effect. All I kept thinking was, I have years in the game. I have years in the game. How do you expect me to talk? I have years in the game. Uh, Me too. Me too. Uh, Maybe you should rethink who you're directing this thing to. I'm not new. Marcus Barber. Listen, I don't know. I don't understand how you UK dudes are even still up. It's got to be close to midnight over there now, right? The fact that you're even awake at all and think to come over here and fuck with my raggedy ass is everything. Like much salute. Um, One time for Marcus Barber, one time for Calvin Campbell. Shot, and he's telling me military time, 23:45 p.m. He's telling me military time. Mac, is Jay-Z better than DMX? Somebody just asked me that in one of the chats. GTA 6 pre-release in 10 minutes. I am mad at you. I am mad at you. Get your vice on, Playboy. Get your vice on. I ain't even mad at you. Is DMX better than Jay-Z? That's like apples and oranges. That's really a preference thing. If I'm being honest, that's ultimately a preference thing. In my opinion, those two dudes are making very different kinds of music. I don't even see that as a Met. Just letting you know I'm out of surgery and it went well. That's how you pull up to the chat with good news. One time for my sis Skyhook out of surgery and it went well. Baseball mind, I completely agree with you. Thank you, B74, throwing them hearts up. Everybody, one time, just give it up for my sis Skyhook. Just came out of surgery and thought to bring herself in here and say and inform my raggedy ass during the chat. That's what I'm talking. I'll take it. I'll take it. However it needs to happen, I'll take it. One time. That's excellent news. Excellent news. And you know what? I think I'm gonna end this on a high note. I don't really see how it can get any better than I got just as many likes as I do people watching. Wait a minute, wait a minute. Speaking of surgery, I'm having a back procedure tomorrow. What? Whoa! Just you buried the lead on that. You buried the lead on that. But no, prayers up. You'll be back in this thing tomorrow too. You gonna be alright. You'll be right back in this thing tomorrow, shaming people with your Scrooge McDuck ways. You'll be right back in here tomorrow, chopping it up with us. All the healing energy. We what we gave to Sky, what I personally gave to Sky, we send them right on over to you. Just you gonna be just fine. You just gonna be just fine. Sky's on the mend, but I tell Sky all the time. Anytime anything happens, I'm like, we're gonna be laughing about this time next year. So that's what I'm saying. I tell Sky every time. I just get tired of. I'm never tired of being right when we start talking about stuff like this. I tell her like I'll shut up when I'm wrong. I'm just not gonna be wrong. You'll be right back in this thing. We'll be laughing one more time. See, look at her. Yup, I tell her all the time. You'll be fine. Sky has to stick around at least until I get album number 5 out. She's not allowed to cash out until then. She's got to chill. She's got to chill. She's got to come to a show and see me like in a big venue, tearing it down. Sky's not allowed to check out at least until then. I need to see maybe my second or third Grammy before Sky bounces, and she knows that. So just I'm now giving you the exact same parameters. You're not allowed to get out of here. You're not allowed to check out. Matter of fact, I'm giving that to everybody in the room. Just what I'm saying. Same thing with you, Calvin. I'm looking right at you. Calvin, I'm looking right at you. Justin, if Mother Nature ain't whoop your ass yesterday, the doctor definitely can't do nothing with you. You're gonna be right back in this bitch laughing with us tomorrow. And that's all there is to it. Cause the mechanic said so. DJ all day, we don't do countdowns around this piece, Playboy. You got till you got, but it's gonna be a ride. You on the dig? It's gonna be a ride. We gonna kick it. Hey, might be 305 by the time you cash out, but all I'm saying is ain't gonna be none of that. You'll be here till you here. I don't want to hear about what you got left. Tell me what you got coming. Pause. Oh, I'm so glad Taylor wasn't here to hear. I hope Taylor wasn't watching because if he is, I'm gonna hear about that tomorrow. I might hear about. He might hit me. He might text me later on. It might not even be an hour from now. Gross. See, Taylor pulls up, and all of a sudden, it's like a pause button. Just I watched yesterday's show last night. Just like I said, you're gonna be around for all the shows. You go and get this back procedure. You'll be doing double dutch in a week. Just like Sky be all like fake nervous before she go in for something, and then I told you you're gonna be fine. This ain't a thing. Who you kidding? You can't cash out. I ain't even dropped the first album yet. You definitely can't cash out. You got to be here for at least 5. Shout out to B74, Tingo coin for the jewels. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And thank y'all for supporting the channel. Thank y'all for holding me down. Thank y'all for rocking with me. Thank you for everybody who sent the super chat. Thank you for everybody who sent jewels. Thank you for everybody who got in the chat in the first place. You are each individually respected to the highest. I thank you for lending your time, lending your energy, lending your mind to this chat. You make it what it is. Oh, I'm down. Oh, Jess, I know you're down. You don't have a choice. You don't have a choice. That wasn't an option. I'm sorry if I presented that like it was an option, but you, Calvin, Sky, Sugar, Blue, all Push, all of y'all. None of you have it. None of you have a choice. You're stuck with me now. Questionable life choice, but you made it. So here we are. You're stuck with me now. So you got to be here for at least 5 albums. You got to hang out. About to get the merch line started. Like ain't no way you can cash out now. We about to start. It's about to be a ball in here. You really have to stick around. It's about to be nuts. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. In the words of just, one time for everybody in the chat. Thank y'all for pulling up. Thank you for all the positive energy. Thank you for the critical thought. Thank you for the hip hop. And thank you for sharing it with me. In the meantime, in between time, brothers and sisters, mothers and misters, bunions and blisters, this has been the garage home to the worldwide mechanics. I believe Mechanic Mechrashawn. Again, I want to thank y'all for pulling up. Make sure you hit the likes, hit the subs. That's how you show your boy love. Please do me a solid and hit that alarm bell so you know when I'm pulling up. I go live every day, sometime around 5. Try to hit 5 on the dot. If I don't, I'm still going to pull up, God willing. In the meantime, in between time, take off your coveralls, hang up your tool belt. Let's get this thing off the rack and see where we at. Another great night with great folk. So I appreciate you. God willing, I will see everybody back here tomorrow. The garage is officially closed for the evening. Peace.